The National Investigation Agency is carrying out raids in 22 locations, 14 locations in Jammu and Kashmir and 8 locations in Delhi and Haryana, after registering a case on terror funding through hawala channels in the Kashmir Valley. The NIA had already been conducted a preliminary inquiry against several separatist leaders for the past couple of weeks, including to figure out whether hawala operators were funding stone pelters and fueling interest in the valley. 1 crore has been seized in total so far from the raids. And joining me is my colleague Tanima. Tanima, what details can you give us about the same?
As you were mentioning, Pooja, that there are at least 8 locations here in Delhi and Haryana which are being raided by the NIA, and also around 14 locations in and around Srinagar. Now, as you were mentioning, that this is based on a preliminary inquiry now earlier that the NIA was conducting on funding, terror funding, which was leading to unrest in the valley. And that's now been extended into an FIR. And in the FIR, our sources are telling us is that they have in fact named a lot of organizations like LET, Hizbul Mujahideen, and even looking at Hurriyat leaders, whether or not they were receiving funds through hawala channels in order to cause unrest in the valley. What we have seen recently, whether it was about stone pelters attacking army or other sorts of situations that have happened in the recent past. In fact, the NIA had also recently questioned several senior Hurriyat leaders in the national capital for a few days. Farooq Ahmed Dar, as well as Naeem Khan and Ghazi Javed Baba, all of them had been questioned for several days in the NIA headquarters here in Delhi. What we do know is that they were also looking at collecting several FIRs of past cases of unrest in the valley, around 150 FIRs in total, which were collected by the NIA in order to find out more details of these incidents. And what we are hearing from our sources is that in the raids today, they have managed to seize around over 1 crore rupees from Srinagar, from the areas being raided in Srinagar alone. Around 1.25 crores being seized from there, and around 35 lakhs seized from the locations which they have raided in Delhi. So mostly the locations in Delhi allegedly belong to hawala operators. Those are the ones in Delhi, and also several senior Hurriyat leaders as well as their associates, residents or premises associated with Hurriyat leaders are being raided in Kashmir. So as we have seen that the NIA seems to be very determined in order to crack down on what is causing unrest in the valley, and one of the key points that they're looking at is the funding which goes in order to fuel this sort of unrest, and which is why they want to cut that source down. And it's a huge crackdown today that we can see in terms of these raids and an FIR which has been lodged by the agency in order to control what they call funding of unrest in the Kashmir Valley. Pooja.